Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Cyber PMM Podcast, the only show dedicated to helping cyber PMMs fight digital chaos, cut through the hype, and do more with less. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, this is Dane. Ever feel like you're bringing products to market while surfing on a tsunami? Yeah, well, welcome to product marketing in 2025. Innovation cycles are getting faster. AI is rewriting the rules, and if you don't adapt, you're going to wipe out. So let's talk about how to ride the wave without eating sand. First, some history. Back in college, I started the first entrepreneurship club in Pace University's 100-year history. Now, I'm not bragging about that, so calm down. I'm just fascinated by innovation, always have been. I even launched a student-run business that still exists today. I launched a startup after college. I visited Google's headquarters before they were a giant. I was one of the first users of Facebook when they were released back in the day. Yes, I'm that old. Those were exciting times. I didn't become the next tech billionaire, but the itch to build never left. And that's why I love product marketing, especially launches. It's innovation at the edge, but from the inside. It's like being an entrepreneur in the middle of the madness. But let's be honest, PMMs, we live in a blast zone. We translate what engineers build into what buyers want, and we're handed a half-baked product sometimes and asked to launch it yesterday. And this is why adaptability is a number one trait you need in this job. You can always teach messaging frameworks and processes, but you can't teach someone how to stay calm when you're managing a reorg, a pivot, a launch, a rapid response among 30 other projects all before lunch. Innovation, it runs in cycles. First, there's the summer of hype and everything's amazing. And then comes the winter of backlash. Finally, a hybrid model that actually works. So we went through it in cloud about 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, depending on how you look at it. This is the digital transformation era. If that term gives you chills, then you were with me in that fight. This is about, well, now AI, it's upending industries too, but faster this time and at a much bigger scale. And if you think it's just happening in tech, think again. I heard about a HVAC technician. He's using an AI phone agent to handle calls while he's in a crawl space fixing a furnace. So this isn't sci-fi. This is just becoming another Tuesday. And within cyber, we're not immune. I mean, AI agents are having a moment. Microsoft just launched AI agents within their cyber portfolio, pretty much making it mainstream. So the wave is here. I mean, startups started it. Jensen Huang was talking about it during the CES keynote back in January. If you remember, everybody was calling this year was going to be the year of the agent. And pretty much that's what's happening. And that's how cycles work. And here's a classic PMM headache during times like this. Your new product is shiny. It's what the market is asking for, and it's very forward-leaning and exciting, but your old product still pays the bills. So do you kill that cash cow? No, you help the field navigate the shift and how to have the conversation. Lazy PMMs use comparison charts, guilty as charged, trying to outdo their own products. And smart PMMs teach sales how to qualify the customer and guide the conversation forward. You have to tailor your narrative to where they are, not where you wish they were. And yes, sometimes you have to skate to where the puck is going with your enablement, balancing innovation with what's on the truck. And most vendors, we're not consultants, but our products have to fit into a strategy. That means our messaging needs range. It needs to flex. We can't get locked into a single positioning statement. We have to build messaging that spans both legacy and the dreaded next-gen term. And that's not wishy-washy, it's strategic. It also gives us PMMs less heartburn, which is always a plus. Now, there are moments when a PMM has to sound the alarm. I remember coming back from cloud conferences when it was still a new thing and waving, pun intended, red flags, yelling, "We need to pivot now." And PMMs often spot the wave before anyone else. We're the warning bell in the system. It's kind of like the indicator in my fly fishing rig that tells me a trout is really eating my fly. And if you're not watching your ultimate indicators, which are customers or industry analysts, you're going to miss the catch of a lifetime. So you better pay attention to those indicators. Now, let me be blunt. Tech gets copied fast. What can't be copied is culture, especially a DNA of innovation. Every vendor right now is racing to build an AI agent, but only the ones with an experimental mindset are winning. Amazon is spending over $100 billion on AI this year alone. The US is dropping $500 billion on Stargate, and that's just two examples. So if you think this wave is optional, you better think again. You're going to get hit by it. But culture is your edge. It's not so much about features or funding. It's about an innovation mindset that will make the most impact. I believe that most PMM tasks will be done by AI agents in the future. I think it's only a matter of time, and we'll be updating web pages or refreshing messaging briefs or pushing Slack updates automatically by using agents. PMMs, we're not going to disappear entirely, but I do think there's going to be less of us to quarterback with AI. So the future isn't PMMs versus AI. It's going to be PMMs enabled by AI. I think the saying is, I'm not worried about AI taking my job. I'm worried about somebody that's using it taking my job. So if you're not riding that wave, someone else will. So in closing, PMMs don't just launch products, we launch change. We stand in the middle of chaos, translate complexity, and lead our teams into the unknown. We can't control the pace of innovation, but we can learn to ride the wave. So go grab your board, and if you do wipe out, get back on, because waves, they don't stop. All right, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. That does it for this episode of the Cyber PMM Podcast. If you found this episode valuable, please subscribe, leave a comment or review, and let's connect on LinkedIn. Be sure to check out cyberpmm.com for more resources. And you can also subscribe to the Cyber PMM newsletter on Substack and LinkedIn to keep up to speed with everything you need to fight digital chaos, cut through the hype, and do more with less. See you next time.